Um, I look. We're gonna be talking about Diddy, and I didn't even change the title. Not really more or less about Diddy, but mostly Hollywood. Now, most people don't know. Before I started my new job, I had to go to orientation, and it was in L.A. So I stayed out in L.A. for 2 weeks. First time ever going out to L.A. Was excited, but I don't know. I think it's maybe because it was really one. It was actually kind of chilly. And going in, like I actually had like to wear my hoodie most of the time because it was kind of chilly. You thought you'd be sunshine, palm trees, and all that other stuff. Came in kind of chilly. But not bad weather, but it was just really chilly that whole week. At the end, it kind of warmed up, and I even got to do the Hollywood sign thing. And I'm not gonna lie, that hike was a motherfucker. Not even gonna lie, that hike was a motherfucker. But I did it. Stubborn ass did it. But my homegirl that I was in the Navy with, that's who I went hiking with, and like another one of my homegirl and a friend they knew. We went hiking, and then she showed me around some parts of LA and all that other stuff. She drove around most of the time. We drove around there, so I was the whole time I got to spend some time with her. I ain't seen her in like a good 10 years, so it was good seeing her. But she was showing me around some of the stuff in like LA and Hollywood and all that other stuff. And I remember being underwhelmed. I was just underwhelmed. It's just like it's not like okay, and maybe it's because I'm East Coast, and maybe because when you pull into New York, and I don't care how many times you pull into New York, you know you're in New York, like the city, like when you're pulling into New York, you're pulling into New York, so you get that New York feel. Like I didn't really get that going into Hollywood. Like even though I went to the Hollywood squares and I saw the Hollywood sign, and just she was like, "Oh yeah, this joint stretched out." So wow, there's the only thing I didn't go to was the Staples. Now I think the cryptocurrency arena. I think they should go back to the Staples Centers, but that's just me. I think they should have never changed that name. But you know, whatever. I don't think Staples is around anymore. Anyway, but I'm just getting off topic. Anyway, but I did see the weirdness in Hollywood. The people out there and people different outfits and that one part where everybody's out there juggling there and in different disguises and all that other stuff. I was like, I did go see around that area, and it's just weird. Hollywood, LA is just a weird vibe. And maybe because, like I said, I'm East Coast, so I don't really know about that. And but I can see, like, can I see myself living out there? I was like, I have to have some money because LA is expensive. But if I was probably, but I would be a married man. This is the only like I wouldn't be single being out there. Like I would have to be married living out in LA because I don't feel like you being single in. Now I did end up going to a strip club at night, and the strip club was cool. And but that's another story. I think the point what I'm saying is it's just like Hollywood is weird, and the whole thing is like I've heard stories of sex parties and these celebrities be doing when they're not on camera, and like some of the weird shit that goes on. Like I've heard all those stories. Like if you go down a rabbit hole, shout out to Diva. But if you go down a rabbit hole, you be hearing some weird stuff, and then you be seeing some things. It's just like, oh, this person do this. Now, whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. I'm not gonna be the one to be like, uh, oh yeah, this stuff is true or not. It's just like that's up to you if you want to believe that. I personally, it's none of my business. I will continue. I've always said that it's none of my business whether I think it's real or not, because I'm not in it. But but at the same time, is it believable? I don't know. Again, there's like some stuff I do believe. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Anything involving Diddy, allegedly, anything involving Diddy, I believe. But you know why? Because one, Diddy looked like the type of dude that he just be doing stuff just to be doing stuff. Like he's one thing about most people is like he's one of those niggas that do too much just so people could see him. And it's just like so when you hear stuff, it's just like, oh, did he be throwing these parties and like some weird shit be happening? I be believing it. And the reason why I be believing it is because you look at Diddy and Diddy be doing too much. Diddy be just be extra for no fucking reason. Have you ever seen Diddy just do some stuff like he was one time he was Halloween, he was a Joker, he walked up on one of the dudes from one of 50 Cent series, Power series and all that stuff and tried to start a fight with him. I heard that like he be punching people randomly and all that other stuff. I heard he be, like J. Cole talked about he got into a fight with Diddy. Like Diddy be just doing too much. And then like I knew that he was doing too much when the whole Walk to Brooklyn when he made the band Walk to Brooklyn for some cheesecake. And I've always said this. He wasn't. If I ever walk to Brooklyn for a cheesecake and you're not there when I get this cheesecake back, we fighting. I don't give at that point. I don't give a damn about the concept. Yo, you make me walk to Brooklyn for a cheesecake, and it was supposed to be like, how bad do you want it? I said, nigga, that's not the reason why I'm there. First things first. I didn't. I'm about to ramble off, but I'm gonna just say this, nigga. I had to. Like, you know how many people I had to beat out just to even get to this part? It was just to show you that I can rap better than everybody, or I'm supposed to be the artist, and then you making me walk to Brooklyn for the cheesecake. Isn't it for the fucking for the music? Now, granted, like the band, like those dudes was nice, but obviously they didn't sell. They went gold, which is not bad for an artist. I'm not even going to knock them for going gold, but I would have thought they went platinum, but I don't even remember the band album like that, the Too Hot for TV album. I don't think there's probably a couple good songs on there. But with that being said, um, but anything with Diddy, I believe. Like that's why the TD Jakes thing is just like it's hilarious to me. Like I don't believe it, but I do find that hilarious that it's just like, oh, you find out that big ass TD Jakes is a power bottom or some shit like that, and it's just like I said, I'm not there. I'm not there to, and all this is alleged, and I want like I'm not here to start no rumors and say confirm I was there because I wasn't. But some of the rumors you hear is, um, some of it is weird and some of it's hilarious. But Hollywood is weird like that. If you ever go, like I said, going up to Hollywood and then seeing some of the people out there, yeah, it's very weird to the casual person. I think people, and I don't know if I said this before, but I'll say this again. I think there's some things that, Hollywood, more or less California, but mostly Hollywood, there's things that you can do there that you cannot do anywhere else, which is why some people live there. And then this is why you hear some of the stories. And this is why like it got the nickname Hollyweird in the first place. Because some of these people are doing things that, Lord and behold, you can't imagine what they're doing. And you're like, word? Like your favorite star, like your favorite, honestly, like your favorite actress probably been ran through. Weinstein is like when that Epstein list ever pops out and all that other stuff, it's just like it shows you what the fuck been going on. I think the names on that thing, you're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked. And it's just like some people, they keep it a wraps and all that other stuff. They just try to keep it business. But other people, you just see them and they're just doing too much. I always find it weird. And I was talking to my father about this yesterday. I always find it weird that Diddy is just he like 50, 60 years old. He never really settled down and married. It's just like why? Because he was like maybe it's like some of these parties or some of the stuff you hear about it. And like I said, Diddy's one of those dudes where like allegedly, I know allegedly is a rumor, but if it was true, I'm not surprised because he looked like the type of nigga that doing shit. I'm making a joke. It was like that look like he type of nigga to fuck a pet elephant or some shit like that, and he just be up there, just take that, take that, take that. You're like, did he look like those type of dudes? It's just like, yeah, he'd do that. Now, like I said, you ever seen his antics? Like the shit he did with Fabulous. It's like, yo, you ain't never partied with me before? It was like, what? Nigga, I went to parties with you. He was like, nah, you ain't never partied, Playboy. You know, party. And it's just like, yo, what the fuck? And Jadakiss is looking like, nigga, here go Diddy. Like, I'm allegedly. I'm not saying this is what I seen when I see Jadakiss look at him. It was like, nigga, they go Diddy again with that bullshit. But I mean, 50 like 50 Cent is a funny dude. Like, look, I know the Method Man thing was taken out of context because he put that up there with the Method Man. I just seen Kanye out there, or did he party sucking dick or some shit like that? And like we all knew that he was take this shit out of context. I'm not like, so we're not gonna speak on the Method Man thing. And I know he's going through some shit himself with, I guess, some former model or some shit like that. Now, this is the other part because you got this going on, and then you got Christian Keys, one of the actors from Tyler Perry's joint, and other people. You know, they're coming forward with their Hollywood stories of how these celebrities took advantage of them. So I'm gonna say this the way the Dame Dash is: out of your naming names, drop names, or you're a chatty patty. Drop names, or you like drop names, or you're a chatty patty. It's like the same thing. It's just like when Charlemagne was asking Dame about these rumors, like, "Yo, drop the names, or you a chatty patty," because I don't do with hearsay. Who 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 was saying this stuff so we could go ahead and address them? I think a lot of you people look, if you, and I understand because Hollywood is one of the only few places there, and I know now like most people can become millionaires into their own home, and most people you don't need to go through Hollywood to even become a superstar. You could just stream and become a superstar now. Shout outs to Castanet and like uh other streamers. It's just like we done showed that hell, you don't even need to go to Hollywood no more. You could be cuffing in your own home and getting their money and some shit like that. Which is why YouTube is um you know YouTube is YouTube. Most people you're more or less likely to notice a YouTube celebrity than a person that's actually been in movies now. It's getting to that point. You see how Kai Cenat shut New York down. And I mean like it was a ruckus in New York. So that's saying something. Hollywood is just like um I'm pretty sure everybody has a party about people taking advantage of them. I know Gloria Velez just tried to do that with Uncle Luke. Was more or less with I think it was Aaron Hall. I remember that story, but and Gloria Velez was 16, and a lot because I have something to say about that too, and I'm gonna leave that alone because I guess there was a 16-year-old girl and the Ice Spice video shaking her, and she was shaking her ass at a deli, and then she was somewhere on Sexy Red Toys twerking or some shit like that. And I'm gonna leave that in another video, so we talk about that. But I'm gonna just say this: a lot of people, your dreams are going to be crushed if this Epstein list comes out or Hollywood ever implodes on itself, and you hear some of the stories. But I always want to leave with this: it's just like, are any of y'all really surprised? This is why I really want to leave it. Are any of y'all really surprised about the shit going on in Hollywood? Because I feel like I've been knowing some of these stories, even though I don't believe them, and some of them do come out true. And it's just like I don't think you should be shocked no more. if anything, like you should, it's more or less like, oh well, yeah, they can be doing that shit. Now, should they be arrested or taken up to the full extent of law? Yes, they should. If the statutes and limitations have not worn out, they should be able to be questioned or some shit like that. Because some of these, like I said, some of these people just be, they'll do it because they're in Hollywood, and they can get away with it. So that's how I feel about most of that. Um, in conclusion, if TD Jakes, I don't believe TD Jakes is a power bottom because that nigga is too big to be. You know what? Let me not judge. Let me not judge on that. But I don't think he is who they say he is. But because he kind of like, if you want me to address some rumors, just log off right now because I'm not giving a lie. I'm not giving that lie. He's not fanning the flames of that lie for what he says. But I just thought that story was funny. Like, you even go to Twitter and everybody had jokes about him being a power bottom. Uh, but also, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. How y'all feel about Hollywood? Did y'all do some of the, like, what's a Hollywood story that y'all have heard about? Y'all can put that in the comment section. Make sure to put allegedly. If it's just hearsay, make sure you just say allegedly. But let's discuss some of the Hollywood stories that or rumors that y'all heard about that you be like, what? Did that person really do that? But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about that. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.